Hey everyone, I'm traveling this week, as you can see, and normally I would just wait to do my reviews for when I'm home, but oh my God, episode 7 of Agatha All Along, Death's Hand in Mine was a masterpiece that deserves a travel review. So here's the thing you need to know about this series if this episode is any indication of what is coming in the season finale. Disney and Marvel are likely to surprise us all, and here's why. But before we get into it, please do give this review a thumbs up. And while you're here, be sure to subscribe for more. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, so the episode begins with Agatha and Teen on the road having a bit of an angry heart to heart as his identity is revealed and they talk about the Scarlet Witch. And while they're there, they see in the horizon a kind of evil looking castle, which is definitely their next witch house trial. When they go inside, they are both dressed as iconic witches from fairy tales, and their trial begins with a tarot reading. Jennifer and Lilia have been kicked off the road and are in an underground path that gives them options to either return home alive and well or continue forward and rejoin the others. The episode also shows Lilia completing those broken moments in time from past episodes when she would just suddenly seem like a different person or would seem like she's talking to someone who wasn't there. But in this episode, we see the true depth and breadth of her power and how all of those pieces fit together and their journey starts coming together. She finds her purpose, and the final trial is hers. There's a beautiful moment of sacrifice. There's humor, there's revelation, and there's a truth regarding what they have all experienced together and separately, as well as a window into what they are all about to gain or lose, as the case may be. So, to say more would actually be spoilers and might ruin the episode for you. So, let me just cut to the chase in this review, just in case you have decided to stop watching or maybe you never started. The episodes in Agatha All Along are these 30-minute short segments. And the way the season is created makes the episodes appear to be rather formulaic. But then they shift, reshaping the witch's journey so that what you think will happen largely does take place, but it's not necessarily in the way that you expect. Agatha All Along is a puzzle, and the episodes are constructed with a basic set of rules that fit together. But then, as the characters kind of move along the road and new truths are confirmed or revealed, the shape of the episodes also change a little bit, becoming more poignant and more painful. And you feel the growing connection between the witches and the forming bonds of their coven. And you understand why all the witches who enter the trial don't always survive. What's really special about this episode is that Lilia, who always kind of appeared a bit kooky and odd, she gets her story told. And we realize that all of her story pieces were there all along, and they were just fed to us in these broken ways, kind of spread out over time. But suddenly, they're all coming together in episode 7 in a series of fast paced events that ramp up the energy and the storytelling spins out, pulling together all of these episodes and driving the coven to the end of the trial, where Lilia sees her final vision. And it's beautifully done. This series so far has had its ups and its downs. It's been slow to start with some lagging moments. However, as I suspected, all of that will be erased for people who binge watch the series from start to finish, because these short episodes will bump along quickly, gaining in speed and meaning as the characters are developed in these little piecemeal bits that reveal themselves in unexpected and surprising ways as we reach the end. It's actually pretty cleverly done, and I didn't actually give them enough credit for it when I first started watching this series. And so kudos to you, team. I stand corrected on some of the stuff that I missed. And by the time you reach the end of episode 7, Death's Hand in Mine, you can't help but to feel a combined sense of joy and loss as the trial ends and they all enter that next phase of the journey. If you've given up on the show or you've decided to not start watching it yet, I think it's worth watching. I really do. This was the best episode yet. I enjoyed it so much. And I think that it is likely the episode that people will kind of look back on when they try to tell you why the series is good. But they'll know that if they tell you too much, it's going to spoil the episode and perhaps the series for you. So I'll just finish by encouraging you to give it a try. If you like witches and magic and fantasy, watch the series, hold your judgment, and just get through the slower moments because as the series gets closer to the finale, it gets better and better and better. Then when you look back on those slower moments, they won't seem so slow after all because episode 7 does a really great job of kind of connecting them all together. So Agatha All Along, episode 7. Have you seen it? Have you been watching all along? And what did you think of this episode? And are you happy or unhappy with how things have been turning out for the series? And what do you think? Do you agree that this is the best episode yet? I really am curious to know your thoughts on that. So definitely let me know. All right, everybody, that's it for now from my car. Be sure to give this review a thumbs up and subscribe for more because there are definitely more videos coming next time from my house. Until then, happy viewing. Bye-bye for now. I'll see you later.